The 25th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified in 1967 after the assassination of President Kennedy, with strong bipartisan support. Members of Congress have a duty to take all necessary action to preserve continuity of government and protect the stability and integrity of our democracy for the future. That is why today, again, it is my honor to welcome Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland, a constitutional scholar, as he introduces legislation to establish a commission on presidential capacity to discharge the duties and the powers and duties of the office. This is not about President Trump. He will face the judgment of the voters, but he shows the need for us to create a process for future presidents. Throughout America's history, our leaders have created and strengthened guardrails in the Constitution to ensure stability and continuity of government in times of crisis. The 25th Amendment creates a path for preserving stability if a president suffers a crippling physical or mental problem and is, quote, in the amendment, unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office and transfers his powers. Specifically, Section 4 of the amendment empowers Congress to set up an independent body to confront such a crisis. Congress has a constitutional duty to lay out the process by which a president's incapacity and the president of any party is determined. This bill honors the duty by creating a standing commission of top former executive officials and medical experts selected in a bipartisan, bicameral way. A president's fitness for office must be determined by science and facts. This legislation applies to future presidents, but we are reminded of the necessity of action by the health of the current president. With this bill, the Congress honors our oath to support and defend the Constitution and protect the American people, and we uphold our responsibility to preserve our republic for generations to come. Now it is my honor to yield to the distinguished gentleman from Maryland, a constitutional authority by teaching it, honoring it, and again, legislating to honor our Constitution. Congressman Raskin, thank you for your leadership.
4 deals with the problem of a president who becomes incapacitated but has made no provision to temporarily transfer powers, meaning, in the words of Senator Birch Bayh, that the president is unable either to make or to communicate his decisions as to his own competency to execute the powers and duties of his office. In that case, the vice president and a majority of the cabinet, or the vice president and such other body that may be established by Congress, may determine that there is a presidential incapacity and notify the president pro tem and the Speaker of the House of that inability to conduct the powers and duties of office. In that case, the powers would be transferred to the vice president. Now, if you read Section 4, you will see that the president has the opportunity to object that he actually can conduct the powers despite what the vice president and these bodies are saying. And ultimately, there would be a vote of the House and the Senate, and it requires 2/3 to side with the vice president. So it's made procedurally difficult to make sure that this is really only for the most extreme situations where you have a president who cannot fulfill the functions of the office. Now,
welcome to the Crypto Teacher, and guys, you know I come back with that second video just to make you think. Now, guys, we have Nancy Pelosi coming up with the 25th Amendment to determine whether the president can serve and do his duties, or his or her duties. Now, guys, let's look at the big picture. Let's start from the beginning. And it's been a lot. And a lot of times, guys, you got to remember that the NWO do not expect for you to remember. Why? Because you are a worker bee. You're busy working, take care of your family, running around, doing this and that. You're not keeping up with the New World Order and the steps that they're going over. So let's go back to the beginning. So, of course, we had the C word, really escalated into February, beginning of March. We had, of course, slowdown of currency. That's what the C word was for, bringing a digital economy. All the small businesses closed. And then we had the cop shooting. We had Black Lives Matter, then Antifa, George Soros group. We had the issue with stimulus now that's still going on. We have president now get sick, and now we move to the 25th Amendment. So, guys, you got to remember, they hop from, this is a plan, guys. That means you have steps. They're moving slowly towards the avenue that they need to go to. Now, let's look at the big picture of this. Now, is this, Nancy Pelosi said this is not about Trump. And right now it's not. Because basically we only have a few weeks before the people vote. Of course, I don't vote, so I'm going to say the people vote. So, guys, once they actually vote, we know that there's a plan for this 25th Amendment. There's going to be a commission in place to determine whether the president can serve. So any president, they can easily say that he's crazy. They control the president. So only thing they have to do is get the president to act like he can't serve or he's mentally incompetent. And of course, either if it's Biden or Trump, both of them are seniors. So it doesn't matter which one gets in the president. And is the masses going to care about the 25th Amendment? No. Are the masses going to care about the commission that was put together? No. They're going to forget all about it. And then all of a sudden, it's going to happen where the president is replaced. Now, what do we do know? We do know that we're going to be headed towards World War III with China. And of course, it's going to be more of a cyber war than physical war, but we definitely know we're headed there. And that's the reason why the NWO is getting prepared. They've done so many movies about the president being replaced, it doesn't make any sense. It's going to happen. So that's all this. This is just another piece to get towards the goal. As we know in cryptocurrency, we have the cryptocurrency, the UBI, but this is another piece to get total control. They don't have to do a coup anymore like normal. Remember, they tried to do the coup. I've been over that video before. But luckily, we had Schmetley Butler who stopped that. But the fact is, guys, they don't have to worry about doing a coup if they put this in place. Remember, guys, they control the media. The same way they use the media to push this C word, and we all know it's just the flu. It's been around for years. The same way how they're going to push the narrative that, hey, this president, whoever the president is crazy and they cannot serve. It's that easy, guys. And remember, guys, that we're going to have blockchain that's going to start doing the vote and all this. They need this in place. So therefore, if they don't like who actually, because voting is going to be real now. Because if we have blockchain in place, this piece will say, hey, look, y'all voted for this guy. We don't like him. He's not doing what the Federal Reserve is saying. Hey, we're going to replace him. Or when we get into this design war against China, that will be their cop-out for the actual president. Because we all know we've been designed to lose this actual war against China. But guys, that's all I have for you. You have a wonderful day.